All right, it is August 9th. We're officially 9 days into Team Cup. We're 9 days into this month, and for the love of all things, we are 8 months into the year, meaning that we're 5 months away from 2018. And I know we talked about this last year, or last week, excuse me, but we talked about, finishing this year strong. And I asked you guys all a question. I said, remember that goal that you set for yourself on January 1st? And you guys all nodded your head, and I was like, how close are we all to achieving that? And we all went, because we got detoured on the way here. But the good news is that Summit, July, is that revamp time. It's that time to kind of reevaluate what happened in the first half of the year and to start making some changes. And I've been sitting down, and I know you guys are so sick of hearing from me. And I was sitting down, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I need to bring in other people. Because I remember this time last year, we were pushing for a huge team goal, just like we're doing right now. We all had separate individual end of the year goals, which we're all pushing for right now. And I remember last year just going on a whole, 2.5 month binge of just bringing on people that I knew would motivate you guys and to help you. Because I know that's something that we all personally need. We need somebody that's going to kind of light that fire, because you hear from the same person every week. You guys all know that feeling whenever somebody tells you something, but you hear it from somebody else and all of a sudden it clicks. It's probably going to be what happens to you guys tonight. And I think that I need it too, because this year, and I know Keichun knows because she works with me and she knows what I'm shooting for, what I'm working toward. But we all need this. And Summit was that opportunity for those of you that were there. You got that. For those of you that weren't there, it's still that middle of the year push time for all of us. It's like that over the hump and now go full force. And I like to call this the season of hustle, big time, because you go through, there's different stages and different seasons of this business. And for me, August through December is the season of hustle. And it's the season where you have to put your head down, make your goals, reevaluate if you're not where you want to be, and it's time to run. So I want to start this new little series of bringing on all these guest speakers to really help you guys end your year strong with somebody that has really helped me transform into the coach that I've become today. And she was so sweet to just reach out to me last night and to volunteer to be number one, which was amazing. Keichun she works at Beachbody's Corporate. She works with the 2 to 6, 2 to 5?
3 to 8.
3 to 8, excuse me. 3 to 8 star diving coaches in the Southeast region, meaning that we get to have one-on-one calls with her. She helps us with our goals. She pushes us forward. So whenever honestly, it's a perk of if you're a diamond and above, like getting in touch with your corporate salesperson so that way they can help you with your goals and push you forward, which is really, really freaking awesome incentive to have because you're in touch with somebody at corporate. And they really help you strategize. And she did that for me last year. Last year, I just told her at the beginning of the year, I was like, I'm going for elite. And she's like, all right, let's do it. And we did it. And this year I was like, okay, good. We're going for elite again. And we're going to do all this other stuff. So now she's pushing me to do that again. And I want her to come on here with you guys tonight and help you set the foundations for what you guys consider success and to end your 2017 strong. Because it starts now. It starts right now. Think of this as like a brand new year. And we're starting from scratch, and we're going to push to the end. So take it away, sister. Thank you.
Woo! I will take it away, Kelsey. You teed that up quite well. Thank you so much. Hey, y'all. I am so excited to be here with you guys tonight. Can you guys hear me okay? Am I too loud? I can be a little bit boisterous. All right. So like Kelsey mentioned, I'm Keichun Graves. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a philanthropist, and I'm also part of the Coach Business Development Mentoring team here at Beachbody Corporate. And so like she mentioned, while I work with the 3 through 8 stars, and I have an amazing team, I work with Robbie Carter, who works with the Diamond through 2 stars, Craig Collier, who works with the 9 stars and above. But regardless of where you live, whether it be in California, whether it be in a province in Canada, once you hit that diamond rank, just like you have the training section in the Coach Line office, this is an additional tool. This is an additional resource that Carl wanted to create to ensure that you guys have what you need to go reach your goals. So that's exactly what we do. Most people have their goals before they come to us. But if you don't, we help you set those goals. We help you reverse engineer them. We help you figure out the strategy to achieve them. And then we hold you accountable, either in a one-on-one, like Kelsey mentioned, or in a mastermind type of environment. And in those masterminds, There are people who are in similar places in their business with similar goals. And then we use those as a platform to brainstorm and bounce ideas off of one another, what things are working for them and for their team in order to achieve goals, especially as things are changing, especially as social media is changing. So it's a great opportunity. So once you guys hit diamond, I know that the majority of people on this call are really pushing hard for that. You will get a phone call, and it's quite cool. So take advantage of those resources. All right, so that's enough about me, enough about what I do. I'm really excited to talk to you guys tonight, like Kelsey mentioned, about the foundations for success, the foundations for your success. And I say your because, like I mentioned earlier, I'm not here to set goals. These are not Kelsey's goals. I want to help you reach your goals. And so before I start every call, I like to take a deep unified breath together. And I also like to use it as an opportunity for you to put your goals in the forefront of your mind. So if you can, close your eyes if you're not driving. Close your eyes and begin to put those goals in the forefront of your mind. And together, let's take a deep unified breath. Do you see yourself there? Take one more deep unified breath together. All right, and open your eyes and keep those goals at the forefront of your mind, please, throughout this entire evening. And remember that these goals are the goals to hit in order to reach your overall goal, your big goal. Beachbody is the vessel to go reach that goal. So like Kelsey mentioned, July and Summit, these are amazing months, amazing opportunities to have a new beginning. As a matter of fact, I love Summit because it is our end of the year celebration. So welcome to your new beginning. That's what Carl calls it. It's an opportunity to start fresh. It's an opportunity to realign your goals. It's an opportunity to realign your actions to those goals. And so tonight we're going to talk about 5 tips, 5 foundations for success coming out of Summit. Guys, ready? Number 1, we need to have a goal. We need to have a goal. Sounds easy enough. We need to make it audacious. We need to make it realistic. Are you really willing to have your goals, have your actions match that goal? And then we need to know the strategy to reach it. Have that game plan. And if you don't know the steps, if you don't know how to get there, then reach out to your upline. Reach out to me. Reach out to Robbie. Reach out to someone. Figure it out for yourself. But not knowing the steps to reach your goal, and I'm candid, y'all. Is that okay for me to be candid? Can I be candid with y'all? Okay, it's out of love. But that is a sorry excuse for you not to reach your goal, for you not to become who you desire and who you were meant to be. And then once we come up with that strategy, we work it. We do it. It's one step at a time, and we follow one course until successful. We follow one course until successful. And so with your goals, we do have to be intentional. Maybe the goal is something that you never thought you could obtain. Maybe it's something that you never thought you deserved. Maybe the steps to get there are so far outside your comfort zone. And so what do? How do we become intentional? 1, we need to have a ferocious belief, and we need to work through regardless of doubt, regardless of life happening, regardless of whatever. 2, we have to be intentional about creating that belief. And the best way to be intentional about creating the belief, instilling the belief in yourself, is through work. It's by taking action. It's by being willing to maybe it looks a little ugly, but it's okay. We have to be willing to work through that ugliness. It gets prettier. And through constant personal development, those are the best ways to instill belief in yourself. And then you need to recognize yourself. And then you need to reward yourself. Here's an example. Can we all be candid? Before you do your invites, or maybe before you start working your business for the day, maybe life happened. Kids going crazy, spouse getting on your nerves. The day made us not feel it. We weren't feeling like it. Can anybody be real and say that has happened to me? Oh my goodness. Okay, we're a real group here. Love it. But our goals don't stop. So what do? One, we drink some Energize, we do a quick workout, listen to a Charge Hell with a Bucket of Water type of personal development book. One of my favorite right now is 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. You change your emotional state. You tell yourself that you can, you will, you must. Maybe you pray on it, but then you do it. You do it. And you do it daily, and you do it no matter what. This is go time. And so when a day like that happens to me, my personal favorite of that list is changing my emotional state. And so we're going to do an interactive activity, y'all. I need everybody to stand up for me. So one thing I like to do, especially when life hands me lemons for the day, but my goals don't stop, I turn on one of my Charge Hell with the bucket of water favorite songs. You choose whatever song makes the most sense for you. But what we're about to do together, y'all, as a team, we're going to dance it out. We're going to scream our affirmations. When we have things to do, when we have goals to achieve, and our goals don't stop, but life handed us lemons that day, we have to change our emotional state. So dance it out. We're going to dance for an uncomfortable amount of time. So dance, or I'm going to keep on dancing. Woo! Are you guys dancing? You gotta, okay, here's some affirmations for you. I am committed to being a positive influence. I will inspire people. I am enough. I have the resources. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. Are you saying it? Do you believe it? Woo! All right, y'all. All right, we can sit it back down. Change your emotional state. Our goals don't change because life handed us lemons, or our kid had a tantrum, or a husband made us mad. Our goals don't waver with the day, with the season. Change your emotional state. Be intentional. So that's number one, have a goal. Number two, you must believe through the fear. We need to use fear as a tailwind, not as a headwind. And y'all, fear is common. Fear is inevitable. There's fear of failure, fear of success, fear of saying the wrong thing, fear of looking the wrong way. I can literally go on and on and on. It's inevitable. But the difference between successful coaches or successful entrepreneurs and not are those people. Those are the people who stop caring about being pushy or being cute when they go live or failing others. Don't fail yourself. You have goals, and you know that you're coming from the right place with great intentions. So do it. Ask it. Be that person, because someone may be depending on it. We are so much more than health and fitness, y'all. We are literally ending trends, plural. We're starting with the trend of obesity, and we're also ending the trend of loneliness with our community. We're ending the trend of living paycheck to paycheck. We're ending the trend of limiting belief. We're ending the trend of self-doubt. We are ending trends, y'all. But if we allow fear to get the best of us, or comparison, or excuses, you will not reach your destination, and you surely will not enjoy the journey. So let's have another real moment. Without belief, what can you achieve? Without belief, what can you achieve? Now, the great thing is that you can work on belief like you work on your abs or your butt, or like you work on improving your leadership by being intentional. Write intentional down at the top of your paper, circle it and underline it twice. Be intentional with your personal development. Read a book that's going to take you to where you need to go, teach you what you need to learn, pull you out of where you're at. Be intentional with your surroundings. If you are finding yourself around a bunch of people who aren't dreaming big, who are okay with mediocrity, and maybe these are some of your best friends from high school. Maybe these are some of your best friends growing up, best friends from college, and we still love them the same. But guess what? If they're not conducive to where you're trying to go, sometimes we do have to let go and make sure that we're partnered up with the people who are dreaming big like us, who do think that with action and effort, we can go do and be anything. We need to partner up with that. And it reminds me of a rocket ship. And when a rocket ship is set to launch, into outer space. They have all this extra baggage, all these extra things on. And then once they finally launch and they begin to propel upwards, they let go of all that stuff that's not necessary. They let go of the stuff that's holding them down, that's holding them back, so they can get up into the galaxy and go to the moon. It's like a rocket ship. You are a direct reflection of the 5 closest people to you. Be intentional with your surroundings. Find a mentor. And like I mentioned earlier, take action. That's how you work on your belief. So what programs are you doing? Is everybody here doing a program? Let me go. We have 4 pages. Everybody here doing a program? Okay. All right. Perfect. Love it. Are you doing full out? Are you doing it as written, nutrition included? Okay. Love it. Are you doing PD? Are you listening or reading something in regards to personal development? Guys, if you don't do personal development, if you're saying I don't need that, you guys told me I was able to be candid, so I'm going to be candid because I really do love this team. Go ahead and quit now, because it's that important, that instilling that belief in yourself and with the ease of doing that with personal development. Now, I'm not saying that it's an immediate thing, but it does make it easier for you to believe in yourself through personal development. If you're not doing PD, quit now. You're going to quit. So are you listening to something or reading something that is what you need? Not just because Kelsey said read it or some top coach said read it, but what you need specifically at this moment. So are you reading? Are you listening to PD? Are you sharing your stories, plural? We don't just have one story. And are you talking about what you do and why you do it? Are you inviting people? Or are you scared to follow up because you don't want to sound pushy? You are not a product of your circumstances. We are a product of our decisions. So decide that you want to believe in yourself and your ability to work it until it's true, and then work on yourself harder than you work on anything else. And then ask, because someone's life may be depending on that question. So that's 2. You must believe through the fear. We need to use fear as a tailwind, not a headwind, but know that it's inevitable and it's okay. 3, we're on our 3rd foundation for success. Put yourself in the place of success potential. Here we go. Your success is not defined by rank. Did you guys hear me? Your success is not defined by rank, but it is defined by the activities that you do daily. It's defined by what you said you want to do and what you said you want to achieve, and then the actions behind it, the activities behind it. And so what I'm about to list out, these aren't here to chase after shiny objects. And as a matter of fact, that's why I wanted to be sure that we rooted ourselves in this conversation by putting your goals in the forefront of your mind. So if you can, put those back, keep those in the forefront of your mind. And, you know, your ultimate calling and how Beachbody is that vessel to its attainment. And so if these things I'm about to list out, if they align with that vision, if they align with your mission, then go for it and do it big. And there are a couple of things that if you're working this or wanting to work this as a business and not just as a hobby, in my opinion, they are must-have goals. They are something that you should be reaching for. They are something that you should be shooting for. And as we are shooting for them, we're going to focus on being growth conscious. And what I mean by that is leaders set audacious goals, but they aren't goal conscious. They are growth conscious. And so as they relentlessly work to pursue that audacious goal, if they fall short, they focus on the growth. What did they learn? How did they grow? Who did they help? Did they stretch themselves? That's what it's about. And so even if these goals are like, whoa, I still want you to push for it, especially if you want Beachbody to be more than just a hobby. Okay, so I have A through G listed. A, 1. Dominate cup. This is a must, in my opinion. Being a part of a cup team is merely not enough. It's not enough, y'all. Put forth real effort, different kind of effort, different than before, different than any other month. Let this be your best month ever. an opportunity to help more people than ever. Why? Because that's what Teen Cup is about. It's about you stretching yourself and being able to rely on your team to hold you accountable, to lift you up, to pull you, push you. So leave your excuses somewhere way, 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 way far back in the past, and then go after the cup if that's your goal, or go after your best months and do it with all your might. Don't just let this be another month. Don't just sign up for Cup Team because Kelsey said this is something that everyone, that all the successful coaches do. Don't just be here. Be here. We need you. Be. Shift shop. Everybody raised their hand that they were doing a program. Love it, love it. Let me tell you guys, Kelsey mentioned this earlier before the call started. And she said that she was talking about this holistic transformation. And that is one thing I can tell you. That is a common trait that I see in our top coaches, in our coaches who are achieving their desired success. They have had this holistic transformation. It's more than just a physical. They are better in here, between their ears, in their mind. And I love Shift Shop for that opportunity, for that ability to have a holistic transformation. So lead with that. Okay, C3. In my opinion, this is also a must. Push for it. And that is the Diamond Bonus Promotion. Y'all, if you are 1-star Diamond or below, as of the 5th of this month, or excuse me, last month, this should be a must-happen goal. And if we want this to stay around, we want this program to stay around, we need everybody to get behind it. But I know that me growing up, my mother was a single parent, and $250, $500, especially around the holiday time, would have literally been life-changing. She probably would have been able to hold on to that money all the way until back to school shopping. And so go after that. In my opinion, if this is not just a hobby for you, that should be a must-happen goal. Go get your money. All right, D, up-and-comers promotion. Y'all, we're giving away 3 trips every month to Mexico for helping people, for doing what you said you wanted to do, for doing what you're already doing. It's real. We are really doing it. People are really getting trips to Mexico. Okay, NLC qualification. This, in my opinion, is a must-happen. It's something that everyone should be shooting for. Even if it becomes a 2-year plan, we should be shooting for it starting right now, starting today. Why? Because most of you guys went to Summit, or you experienced it in some sort of way, even if you weren't there physically. New Leader Conference, and Kelsey can attest to this, is Summit on steroids. Why? Because it's specifically for you. It's what you need to hear. It's much more intimate. And we're celebrating you. NLC is a game-changing event, period. That should be a must-happen goal. Kelsey said it's emotional roller coaster. Yes, absolutely. Jam-packed. And then Premier Elite. If Premier Elite is your goal, guys, and you don't have the strategy, let's talk about it. But one thing that stuck out in my mind from Summit was watching that Elite video and hearing one of the leaders who represented one of the elite teams mention that when she went to Summit, she was a shaky 1-star. She had fallen from 1-star way far down. But at Summit, she made the decision, and she relentlessly pursued that goal alongside her amazing team, and they did it. They ended that year as an elite team. And so this team is elite this year. This team absolutely will be elite again and again and again and again. But don't let Kelsey be the only one. You can do it too. You can do it too. And why not you? Shoot for it. Go for it. Let's talk about the strategy, and let's follow one course until successful. Let's focus. All right, G, the 10 for 10 promotion. Yes, it's an elite promotion, but y'all, this promotion covers so much more than just elite, than just premier, than just the bonus or qualifications to attend leadership or new leader conference. In my opinion, this is something that everyone should get behind and strive to do, because it's Cup Month. And if, I'm trying to say it's the best way, and if our top coaches are doing it and you have similar goals, then you should be doing it too. 10 for 10. We can help 10 people this month. We can do it. And a lot of times I hear people saying, Well, Keichun, I'm nervous to hit Success Club 10, and this is not a Success Club promotion, it's a Challenge Pack promotion, but I hear people say, I'm nervous to hit Success Club 10 or Success Club 20. I'm good with Success Club 5 because I'm nervous I'm not going to be able to help the people that I bring in. And I'm going to say this, and this is what I say to them, because I'm candid, and it's because I love you guys. And that's a sorry excuse. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. Anyway, this is what I'm going to end. I'm going to end with this. All of these intentional efforts in place by this amazing team will make this team become elite again, period. You all have what it takes, period. You all have what it takes. You are helping people, and you're helping people in a major way. And that's what elite teams do. These are teams, and as you guys know, because you are it, who are going the way and showing the way. These are the top teams in the company that is the leader in health and fitness in the world. And then there's a confidence that comes with being an elite team. Do it. This team is in contention for be a turkey year. That's two in a row. And then again, if this is a goal for you, then let's talk about it. Let's talk about how we can make sure that your team hits a leader premier also. All right, guys. 4. Number 4, I'm not going to really spend too much time on because this could be a 30-minute conversation itself. So I'm going to say it real quick. And that is, be consistent with the 4 vital behaviors, but also be forward thinking for your brand. Be consistent with the 4 vital behaviors, but know that social media changes, best practices change. And so we have to be willing to adapt, and we have to be willing to learn. And we can't allow it to change and then we change. We need to be in that change. So be consistent with the 4 vital behaviors and what's currently working, but stay curious, stay forward thinking. Okay. And then number 5, here it is. Less learning, more action. Less learning, more action. The time is now. And I'm actually going to share my screen really quick. And I recently learned a little bit about racehorses. I became kind of fascinated with racehorses and the sport of racehorsing. And it is really, really, really quite fascinating. And it dates back to the ancient Greek gods. It's a super old sport. And one of my biggest takeaways and findings thus far is the reason why they wear the blinders. And actually, in the world of racehorsing, they call these blinders blinkers, but we're going to call them blinders. But the only time that a racehorse falls is when they turn to look left or right. Racehorses in a race are conditioned to stay on all 4 legs. But if they look left or right, that's when they fall. They have to stay looking just ahead and always forward. And even the most successful racehorses of all time, who had all the natural talent, he still wore blinders. And so when we see a racehorse fall, it's because 1, they weren't wearing blinders, they got cocky, or 2, they looked left or they looked right anyway. And so the moral of this story is that when you're running after something, and let's not liken this to a race. Let's compare this to the marathon of life. And while we're on this journey called life, you shouldn't care what people say or where they're at or what they're doing. And sometimes you shouldn't even care how they do it. Put your blinders on like a racehorse, especially if you're wanting to run at a faster pace. And never, ever, ever compare yourself to others or even yourself from last year or 2 years ago. Stop that. Don't let doubt creep in. Don't let limiting beliefs creep in. And run and keep running your race. Remember those goals at the forefront of your mind. Remember that vision that you have. What you need is already within you. Everything you need to go reach the goals in the forefront of your mind is already within you. And being a champion, being a winner, being a successful entrepreneur, wife, mom, friend is not the end goal. It's the byproduct of this amazing journey you have decided to embark upon. So welcome to your new beginning. If you believe in this team and in yourself, then unmute yourself and let me hear you say, yes, I can.
Yes, I
can.
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
All right. I hope you guys really believe that. That's all I have for you. Those are the foundations for success coming out of Summit. Summit is our end of the year celebration. Welcome to your new beginning. As we prepare to conquer the rest of this year, we need to have a goal. We need to make it audacious. We have to believe through the fear and use fear as a tailwind, not as a headwind. We have to put ourselves in the place of success potential and be consistent with those 4 vital behaviors and with what works, but then always remain forward thinking. If you desire a 6-figure brand or $1 million brand, begin to think like that, dream like that. And then 5, last but not least, less learning, more action. Kelsey mentioned at the beginning that this is the season of hustle, and that is exactly what number 5 means. The time is now. If you want things we've never had, we're going to have to do things we've never done. But the cool thing is that what you need, you already have. Thank you so much.
As always, absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. I'm just like, it's crazy because, right, you guys all heard this before, right? We've all heard this. We all know what we need to go for, but we just actually have to implement it. And like, this is the time of the year, no matter what you guys are going for. And I'm so glad that you mentioned all of that stuff that Beachbody has going on for us right now. They're literally, the thing about this company that just is mind-blowing to me is that they're literally hand you things and they say, here, we're going to give you this, succeed. Like, they're basically telling you how to succeed. Hey, we're going to give you 10 free elite points if you help 10 people this month. Oh yeah, what's the mission of the company? To help people. They can tell you that they give you Team Cut Month. They don't give us Team Cut Month, and I've talked about this every single week. They don't give it to us just so we can win a picnic blanket for Daily Sunshine. Okay? They give it to you to move your business forward. The hoodie's cute. It's nice, but that's not what it's for. It's to help you move your business forward. They don't give you, they're giving away $250 a quarter if you go for Diamond. $500 a coach, that's a ton of money just from the coaches sitting on this team. And we're a network of 400,000 coaches. That's insane, guys. Like the Up and Comers promotion. You guys have seen me on 2 trips, 2 years in a row. Like, why not you? You know, why not you? Like, I'm literally the same as you guys. Like, going for the fact that the NLC qualification is 1-star diamond and above. Unreal. And that changed my life. Like, going for elite and premier, it's possible. Every single one of you. Like, that was my thing, is when I sat down at the end of last year, and I'll never forget. And I just want to wrap it up like with this and let you guys ask Keichun any questions you have. But like, that call that I got in January from Keichun and Robbie and Craig and Natalie being on the phone, telling me that our team hit elite, was by far the most unbelievable moment of my life. Because I was literally at a really bad place at the beginning of that year. I was a 2-star diamond at this time last year. And now look at us. Now look at this team, you know? Why not you? Does anybody have any questions that they want to ask Keichun before we let her go? So she can go home and relax.
Oh, please.
Sorry. Actually, this is something that me and Kelsey and the rest of the diamonds in the team were talking about earlier on our call, was how do you instill your goals as a whole team to get your team to kind of rally behind you, like saying, like, I want to go for elite. So how do I get my girls convinced then that they are a part of that, not just me shooting for the goal myself?
Mm-hmm. That's a great question. I hear this often. My first thing is you're a part of an elite team. Do you feel like you played a role in that?
Yeah.
I mean, because you did. This team would not have been elite without you, honestly, Katie Ann. It wouldn't have been elite without, all of you guys. So I think that's the first thing. We have to know that this is truly a benefit of the entire team. And it's not just you. Yes, you're the person representing the team, but your team is an elite team. And what comes from being an elite team is, one, confidence knowing that we're not just talking about helping people, but we're actually doing it. Opportunities to further your leadership, to improve your leadership, because we have trainings that are specialized just for elite, and income opportunities that you can use for your team. But how do you share that with your team? One, you let them know that this is our goal and this is going to benefit everyone. Two, you put that in the mission and you relate it back to their goals. You relate it back to their goals and you help them achieve their goals. And chances are their goals and them achieving their goals are going to align with you being an elite leader of an elite team.
Another thing I was thinking too, after we got off the phone, you asked that question, is like, I'm hosting a diamond retreat next month. And I never would have been able to do that for you guys if our team didn't work together to hit elite. You know what I mean? Like, there's things that come with it that's just like, yeah, and that's why we do that. And that's why whenever you'll be able to do that for them. Like, it's the craziest feeling because it wasn't just me that hit this. And I did everything in my power to show you guys that every single week, like whenever somebody would advance to Emerald or when somebody would like, I literally, and you literally cannot do it by yourself.
Nope.
No one can. It's impossible. So it's just showing them that. And I love how she said that. It's like focusing on their goals and just in the back of your mind, knowing that it's just going to happen. Visualizing is huge.
And while your goals are dependent on people, they're not necessarily dependent on specific people. And so your goals aren't in their hands. You control those. So you can continue to go after it and allow them to do what they need to do. Does that make sense? Your goals are dependent on people, but not specific people.
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome. That was a great question. Any other questions?
Anybody else?
Thank you. Well, guys, I am the only Keichun Graves on Facebook. So if you decide that you have questions later on, if you want to strategize, like I mentioned earlier, don't let that be your excuse as to why you didn't reach your goal. Reach out to me, reach out to Robbie, reach out to Craig. But I am absolutely here for you guys, for every single one of you, just like I'm here for Kelsey. So thank you again for letting me crash your team call.
Well, thank you. This was so helpful. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate it.
All right.
Guys, you guys have a great rest of your night. We'll see you next week. Go crush the week. Start slapping the marker in the page and help some people this week, all right?
All right. Yes, I can. Yes, I will.
Yes, I will. All right. Good night, guys.